super right now. Wow, 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 wow. Wing, 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 wing.
No, that hurt. But you just went too far again. You can just right and then Hi, how are you today?
I always take the things
too far.
Next level. Yes.
Next level. That's what she does. Hello, Fiona. How are you?
Good, and you, Pepe?
I am good. It's been a while. We haven't seen each other.
For a long time.
For a very long time, you haven't seen us. You 20
you
subscribers.
Were waiting for 19. The other two, they were just sad and left.
They just left. But we are here with a lot of news and a lot of interesting things, a lot of news and views and opinions and
that no one asked.
Yes.
And new things that we
have
done.
And look, we look great.
I look great.
Yeah, you look great. So, okay. So we're going to talk about that later. What are you wearing?
What I am wearing?
Yeah.
Clothes.
Aren't you supposed to have pants?
No, this is the new me. But we are going to talk about that later.
Okay, all right.
The fodong.
No, it's not the view, it's the smell.
Oh, do you want more?
Okay, so great news, of course. Like we've been, over a year in unforced lockdown.
Unforced
lockdown, but we are now fully vaccinated with
the Johnson & Johnson. Yay! We could die in any moment.
Yay. Anyway, that's part of life.
Yay! Okay, just briefly.
Yes. What?
So we got vaccinated around a month ago.
A month ago.
So we are fully, our immune system is stronger
than
ever. So we went to a not a very far town, like
we drove,
2 hours.
Okay, basically we went like once in our state. The vaccination for 16 and older was authorized. We just went the second day, something like that.
I think the second day. Yes, it was
second day, and we just tried to find the first thing because being vaccinated, and I know that a lot of people look into conspiracy theories and are afraid I'm putting something in my body, and they never they never think about that when they eat McDonald's all day long, or they eat all the stuff and alcohol and all the toxic things that they put in their body. But vaccination, all of a sudden, it's this is a conspiracy theory.
No, I have a friend who's they are going to try to control you. Your wife controls you anyway.
The system controls you guys. If you wake up every morning to go to work for someone else,
and you pay everything that you need to pay, then you are part of the system.
You are already exploited, okay? So at least be healthy and exploited.
At least be safe.
And we are too, by the way, okay?
Yes.
We're not just talking about you. We're just talking about us.
What are you talking about? And, no one controls me.
So, it's true that there are 2 types of vaccines. And
3 types. Well, no.
Two. One that is the shell flu type of that is Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca, and then you have the mRNA, the messenger, that everybody says, it's brand new, we don't know what's going on. Well, it's been on for past 40 years, I think. But we no matter what is the efficacy, if it's good to you or not,
and if you have available,
it's better than not having any vaccination. And on top of that, you protect everybody around you.
If you have kids, your loved ones, your friends, yourself. Imagine if you are not here to protect your kids. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else? So we drove 2 hours. Well, this guy.
No, but can I just
No.
It's just crazy to me that people are reluctant to getting vaccinated because they're afraid of what somebody will put in their body when they are ready to do anything to not have a healthy lifestyle. Yeah. And I'm the first one that can talk about that. And it's just a huge contradiction. One thing is okay, the other one is not. And why? We are going to die.
Yeah,
we are.
Yes. So this guy drove. That's what I was going.
What?
So we drove. You drove all the way to this. I don't remember the name of the town.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So we went there.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to have the Moderna one because if you go to the site of this place to make the appointment. They said which
They state exactly which type of vaccine you're going to get.
So when he was the first one, actually, and when he got out, Fiona, what? It's the Johnson and Johnson. Like he was, I don't know, like he was like afraid or mad or I don't know, on disbelief.
No, it's a matter of knowing and controlling.
It's the Johnson and Johnson. Can you just ask? Double check. Yes, I can ask them because they say that we only need one. But I think because he had in his mind that he will receive the Moderna. But,
yeah, exactly. I was conditioned for Moderna.
Between it was my turn, he was looking all the way, like Googling Johnson and Johnson.
Well, okay.
Oh my God.
So
75%.
No,
75.
67.
67. Oh my God. And
yeah, I was ready for the 95% efficacy, but then you have like a positive and negative about everything. Like it's better for like new strains and stuff like that.
Yeah. The Johnson
and at the end of the day, like I know I overreacted because I need to be conditioned to this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you're more protected than you were when you were not vaccinated anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it was, for me, when they put the vaccine, it hurt a little bit. And I was feeling okay. But the very next day, I felt terrible. I woke up in the middle of the night at 4 a.m., super thirsty, with a huge headache. And then all day, I could not leave my bed.
So yeah, you spend the whole weekend.
The whole Sunday, like with joint pain, with muscular pain everywhere. But around because the doctor told me, the nurse told me not to take Tylenol or something because my body needs to fight back. Mm-hmm. So I was just waiting for being 5.
Yeah, that's actually like a good thing that people don't tell often. Like, don't take any medicine they say at least the first 12 hours.
Yeah.
But I think like when we talked, I said like the first 24 hours because it's made like if you take medicine, then it's going to decrease the level of fighting back. So the immune is not fighting us back because there is something else in your body that is trying to compensate the pain. So don't take anything, just go through it. And it's true that for me as well, I don't think it was as bad as you, but I had like chills and I was feeling sore everywhere and I didn't have any fever, but I was just feeling like staying in bed.
I had chills as well. Yeah. But just to move on.
Yes.
To move forward, I have my other friends, they got the Pfizer, and with the second dose, they had a very, very bad experience. But it's funny because my parents, and older people, they took the Pfizer, and they were okay with the second doses.
Yeah,
and the younger people, like my friends, they got it very bad, like with they couldn't perform or the headaches, like if they got a cold.
Because they're younger and their body is reacting a little bit more. Maybe that's what it is.
But we got the vaccine.
Yeah, so
you go and get your vaccine, so we can go back to normal. Well, we are getting back to normal slowly.
So that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. What did it mean to you once you? Well, I mean, you know that like there is like at least like 2 or 3 weeks to wait for to have the whole thing that working as it should. But what it did mean to your mind once you got it, like, what was your reaction?
My reaction
after recovering from the side effects.
My first reaction was to felt like a relief. Because I felt safer, and not only because of me, because of my daughter. Because, you can still carry the virus. You know that, right? With the vaccine. But your immune system...
It's not 100% sure yet. Like they say that some people don't spread it once they are vaccinated.
I feel safer because after a year and a month or whatever... like having that in your mind that at some point you could get it and you could have just a normal flu or cold, or it could go like super bad. Yeah. Like I have seen, there was a Mexican actor, like it went, like he was super healthy and he got the COVID and he spent 8 months in the hospital.
Yeah, you do have like
So it's a mixed feeling. So carrying that for a year, and then the economic impact, and then work, and then I think
Psychological
each
impact.
individual, like each person, like me, when I got the vaccine, it was like, okay, it's just one part of what we need to do to get back to normal. To get back to normal. And after
I mean,
that,
it's not like even normal because like we talked about the system, but like just like the true nature of human, not normal. Like let's not talk about our system or society
We
or whatever.
cannot-
Like we are social animals.
Yeah,
we need to be together. We need to take care of each other. We need to look out for each other. And once you remove that from us, then we become less human, basically.
And for me, because of my personality, I cannot normalize being isolated. That's for me. I cannot normalize not having human interaction. But
I think it's true for everyone. The ones that feel like they are feeling better on their own or by themselves is because they don't feel threatened by anything that they cannot control. But it is like scientifically proven that the human being is a social animal, and in order to thrive, and we talked about the blue zones as well. Like the blue zones is not about just only the diet, the weather. It's also the lifestyle, the way the fact that they know they can count on each other.
The people that surround you.
Yeah, the fact that you have a community, you play a huge part on your well-being.
So, having said that, after that, and I think I have told my friends and even you, I have been feeling better than ever. Like
that's true. You told me that a couple of times.
I can sleep better. I don't feel as tired as I was feeling before. Even though like I still struggling with insomnia, but I feel rested, and I'm more active. I don't have I'll feel better. I feel better. I don't know if it's because that was the release of all the stress, and now that I have the vaccine, so I am like, okay, I need to allow my body to enjoy and to go back the way where I was before. So that's what I want.
And I think everything is connected, because you feel like for me, I know that I felt better mentally. And then once you feel better mentally, then you help your body feeling better physically. And once you feel better physically, then it helps.
It's a
psychologically as well. So yeah, it's much better. I have to say that we talked about that extensively in the other Banters, but
that's very sensical.
Yeah.
That's a new word that I learned. Sensical.
But
yes.
Like I know that we need to be prepared to actually make some concessions. Oh, I don't know you say that, like make some. You need to change some things and just power through it, and then it will be better after. But I didn't know it would be that long, and it's still ongoing. Obviously, in other parts of the world, a little bit stronger than in the US right now.
India.
But like one of the consequences that I had, and we talked about it, and because that was one of my New Year's resolutions as well, is to be more active and eating right and lose weight, because I gained a lot of weight. And I can say that for the past 3 months, I gained even more weight.
He did the kiwi diet.
Yeah.
Eat everything but kiwi. So
yeah,
but it's okay, because I think
no, I mean
Pepe takes everything. He's a very sensitive man, like not in a bad way, in a good way, but he takes everything so like very personal. It doesn't matter if it's not a tempt to him, but he takes everything very personal. Like probably he thinks COVID, it was made for him. So he took it.
No, but I mean, okay. So I haven't been in my, but I'm older too. I haven't been in such a bad shape in my.
You are in a perfect shape now.
In my entire life, but at the same time, I need to also. It's part of accepting. Getting older, I guess. Like you're not going to
but
have
you don't give up.
The body of your 20s.
No,
anyway,
you
for the past 3 weeks, I've been going back because we got vaccinated, I've been going back into running, and honestly, I was not feeling good for the past year, and at the same, like, I don't know if it's psychological or whatever, but I feel better since I've been vaccinated, like much better. And I felt like I actually could go out for a run. It was really hard. It's still really hard, but I'm doing it really regularly now. I didn't lose weight yet, but at least I'm working on something. So, you know.
The thing is,
and I feel better.
We have to put ourselves in a mindset, and that's what I like now that we went back to a physical activity. We went back to the gym. We went back to play tennis a little bit. And what I see, what I have seen, and what I like is that I see a lot of people, like regular people like us, like maybe they gain weight or they struggle with the same things as we did. So now that most likely they are vaccinated, or they feel the same way as we do, like
they allow themselves to do more.
They are very encouraged. So I like to be surrounded by people that it's encouraged to feel better, to be better, that we want to go back, and even not to go back, like to start with a new,
to be living again. Like it's not even something about normality. It's about our condition as human beings. And you need to be active. You need to be social. If you're not, you're going to get depressed, and you're physically.
I think we learn. Sorry.
Yes, I think we learn what?
I think we learned that our immune system is directly compromised by our physical activities. Like if we are morbid, we don't do anything. It's most likely that you will get a disease, whatever the disease is.
It's the same as, if you're inside, like it happens to a lot of people now that they're working from home. A lot of people, if you put the news to for a long time at home, you're going to feel totally paranoid. You're going to start believing anything that is going on around you. Say, oh, what happened there? Oh, what happened? Oh my God. And but before we weren't hearing these news, and it was happening, but because we were not aware of it, we were not scared. We were not directly affected. Now everything is on the TV, is on the screen, is on there, is on your phone. And you become scared, and you are less human than you were before, because you're just reacting as a defense mechanism.
Well, so
paranoid. So I started running, but you are like full on
I went back
crazy workout.
Yes,
routine.
I am working out 6
days. You just came back from working out now.
Yes.
Did you take a shower?
No.
Okay, great.
Well, the first thing is I am drinking more water.
Okay,
that
good.
was one of my resolutions.
Yes.
Because I had a UTI. That pushed me to the limit.
Yeah.
I never had one.
You wait to have a problem to do.
I never had one, and believe me, I don't want to have that any, it's horrible. The pain is horrible. So I am drinking 3 liters of water every single day. Okay, so I am doing that, and I am exercising 6 days a week.
It's crazy.
An hour and a half. I have my program.
6 times an hour and a half.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I have.
That's almost 9 hours.
And for the people that knows me, they know that I suffer from a disease.
Yes.
Lack of ass. But it wasn't my fault. It's a condition that I was born with.
And I happen to know one of your exes, and apparently something you're really attracted to, because I think he had a negative ass.
A spoon, but
it was going internal. It's usually it goes out. No, it was going in. So, so it's something that you are and you're attracted to.
Yeah, but
that's a nice word.
Yes, but what I am doing is I think being active every single day. Because I am not meditating. I am doing my stretches every morning. Well, I missed this week. Oh, no. I did it 2 or 3 times, but it helps me to activate my mind in the mornings, because I'm not a morning person, so I don't want to do exercise in the morning. The exercise, I use it to release my stress of the day, which I am really longing the gym time, my exercise time. Every single day I look at my program, and if I can switch one of the exercises, I can do it. I look at my diet. I need to consume 2,600 calories
Oh yeah, because you want to gain weight as well,
because
right?
I have no ass,
Yeah.
but. And it has been 3 weeks. I feel better. I can see a change in because my upper body is very easy to get fit. My upper body, but from here to it's just like I have chicken legs, and even you saw he thinks like I will break.
Yeah, your chin. Yeah. I was like,
And today I was doing the leg press, and I was like, "This guy, it's right. Maybe I will break I will break."
yeah, it looks weird. It looks like really like okay, but okay, that's another discussion. But every time I looked at my chin, I thought it was like something like some type of bone that was like this, like maybe not like a little bit hollow, but or thin, but like this. Well, it's actually like this, and you can feel. Anyway, people listening right now do not see what I'm doing with my hands, but that's
thankfully.
yeah. What I wanted to say that's the hardest part because I talked about it in previous episodes of Super Right Now. I wanted to get fit, I wanted to get back to shape or whatever, and I didn't. Obviously, it's because the hardest part is to start, and then to actually keep up with it.
Yeah.
But once you keep up with it, then it's a good addiction. It's a healthy addiction because then your brain is telling you, I need it.
Yeah.
Just like what you described. Like then you want to release the stress of the day and you want to go
it's very helpful.
After work. And for me, I would preferably go in the morning because after work, I'm really like super tired. So I don't have much energy, but it really depends on the person. But you're right. You develop basically, your brain is asking for the adrenaline. It's like building serotonin just thinking about it.
You know what I like?
What?
That the environment that where we go to the gym is like very like familiar, very cozy, and I love to see people like seriously to watch people, to look at people wanted to be better. Like
it's inspiring.
Yeah. And I don't care.
No, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say, like, to people that are going to the gym, and if they go to a specific gym in their neighborhood, and you might see like some like crazy guys that just want to be like super bulk,
and they are nice, and they have good bodies, women and men.
But you have some gyms that seems more superficial than others.
Yeah.
So you have some gyms where you will have all the young or not so young people that just want to look like. They want to look good and to attract other people, and then you have another type of customers or gyms where you see that people just want to be healthy, and it's a totally different type of energy in the room. And I told you that because I didn't like the weight room in some facilities. I felt like okay, this is not for me because you have all the guys always like they're looking at each other.
On the
their
mirror.
discussions. Yeah, their discussions are like I don't know. I don't want to talk about this type of stuff. And then and on this one, I don't feel like that because I feel like everybody's actually not trying to look good to impress someone, but just trying to be healthy. And it's a totally different approach.
Yeah, and I don't feel overwhelmed to go to the weight station because all the guys are there, and you go there and everything is minding their own business.
Yeah.
But I think I told you 2 weeks ago there was this guy. Mainly we were girls there, which is unusual. But we were like 6 girls and a guy. And the guy, I mean, as I told you, he wasn't ugly, but I mean, he was normal. Like body was okay, but but there were other girls that they were really hot, very good bodies. I mean, you can tell that at least 3 of them, they took care of their body for a very long time. So this guy was crossing the room, and he was looking at himself at the mirror, and he was like kind of flirting with himself, like looking at his like, yes, I'm hot. And I don't know if he was flirting with or trying to flirt with one of the girls that he was super
in a very nice way.
And all of us, we were like, what
What is wrong with the
She's
guy?
like, okay, dude.
He was
And then-
probably really uncomfortable being surrounded so many girls at the same
well,
time.
I don't know, but anyway, as you told, yeah, this gym is very. I like it, so I like to go there because everyone knows your name. I like when because they know my name and they greet you and welcome back, blah blah blah, and everything. It's very.
But
family.
let's talk about something important because this is super boring right now. What you're saying, like family and stuff like these are triggering. Like I want to fall asleep. You say
So
family?
you-
No, I'm kidding. No.
Okay, so we're going back to I want to gain
Ass,
my
yes,
ass.
yes, yes,
because
yes.
I mean I'm not super flat,
Thank you for knowing me so much.
so I'm not super flat.
She's super flat.
I'm super flat.
Yeah,
As flat as
you know that's a microphone. It's supposed to be on your.
Yeah, I know, but I am indignant.
Yeah.
I am super. I'm not super flat. Okay, I could be better, but I'm not. I have seen worse.
Well, it happened to me sometimes, like not on purpose, but you did show me,
What?
like, oh, you think of us or not or whatever, and I could not say anything because I didn't see anything.
What are you talking about?
I saw some legs extensions.
Okay. You know what? Because probably Pepe has had many girlfriends with big butts, but
Well, that's not true. Actually, you know what? So we can come like it's because we were talking about as I know that you like girls with big asses.
girls.
Well, I mean, every time there's a girl with a juicy bottom.
Because I want to have
Yeah,
that.
okay, yes. And for me, it's funny because that is something that I was not aware of until I guess the Kardashians started being popular, and it became a trend. And then every guy was like, "Oh yeah, I need the juicy bottom." But for me, when I was in my 20s, like, and I was a teenager in the 90s, so it was all like supermodel, super thin, like almost no figure. Finally it became a little bit healthy with some curves somewhere. But I remember.
Do you remember?
No, but it's funny because I had a girlfriend when I was younger, but I only dated for like I think 3 weeks. But she was like my type of girl. Like she was like
Ugly, ugly, blind, and deaf.
No, why?
Because they cannot see you, they cannot hear you.
Yes, okay. So she was like very like cute, like nice features, very thin, like kind of defined arms and very small waist. And a huge ass. And it's funny because like she was like very like pretty, I guess a pretty white girl, like my type. I don't know how you would define it, but
Like the next door, like the girl next door, that's your type.
yeah, maybe, yes. And we met in a club.
In the club.
And I mainly look at the face. I don't really look at the body. And I look.
What are you talking about? When we go out,
Yes.
like when we used to go to the bars and the clubs, this is, I mean, I'm sorry for the people that are listening, but like we are dancing or something and there's like a super hot girl and he almost like the exorcist, like he turns his his whole neck just to see, like, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but don't say that you look at you don't care about anything else but the face.
Well, I mean,
depending what face.
At least at the time, so I didn't realize.
Exactly.
And so after
I don't
like
care.
after a little bit, like for whatever reason, like she was interested in me. Don't ask me why. And then we started dating, and believe it or not, I realized that she had a big bottom. I think at the third time that I saw her. Before that, I wasn't realizing because she was so thin on the waist and the upper body, but I didn't realize, and I've never seen that before. And
you were pleased?
First I was taken aback. First of all, it was not at all the trend or the taste of anybody around, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. And it was kind of unusual, at least to me. But I have to say that I did enjoy it. Like
Okay.
once we got a little bit more intimate.
3 weeks, and that's when she left.
No, I mean, well, okay, no, because for other reasons, she was really ready to snatch,
Compromise.
to just to move on to the next level, very very fast,
And you were afraid?
and I was not ready to go to the next level whatsoever.
Pepe,
I was-
ridículo.
I was a party boy at the time.
Ay, qué ridículo. Well, so going
So you
back,
want to have
yeah.
What is your objective? Like, because you cannot have Kardashian level.
No. Like for me, it's just because I am turning 40 this year.
You're turning what?
40, and I am not ashamed of my age. I am currently 39 years old. I will turn 40, and I think I look better than ever. Yes, don't make fun. This is my better than ever.
Well, you never wear any makeup or anything, so
No, well, only foundation. No. But what I wanted to do is I want to be fit. Because I want to feel stronger. I don't want to go back to last year when I was feeling pain everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there. So the best thing I can do is do an exercise, and of course with that I'm gonna gain muscle. I don't want my goal is not to be a Kardashian. My body cannot have it, of course.
But
What
I
want-
see it happening, because I have it on my Instagram or whatever. Like a lot of girls that I think there are really like some accounts that are specifically dedicated
Yeah,
to
for
that.
butts.
But you can see the transformation of like some girls that were really lean and like nothing, and they're working on their buttocks.
Botox?
Yes. That's
Oh,
what we call-
Botox, not Botox.
No, yeah, no, like, but on the
butt.
glutes,
The glutes.
like all the time. But like when you see them working out, it's like they are
Yeah, you have to lift weight. You have
no,
to
but they are like totally
focus.
yeah, no, more than that. I can't
More
re-
than that, more than focus.
more than focus. No,
Well-
but they're like they work really, 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 really hard, and you're like, and they're in pain, and they do that every day.
Yeah.
And I know that when I was in shape, like when I was in a good.
You are in shape, a different shape,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're in shape.
when I was going to the gym before when I was going to the gym, it was not because I wanted to change my lifestyle. It was to try to get back in shape, and then I was not going anymore. But this time I have a different approach. This time I'm like, I'm not going to put some pressure on myself to get, to a certain body
Type of
type
body.
Or anything. I'm just like, you just need to go.
Yeah.
It's like everything, like you just need to take action.
Yeah.
You don't ignore. You don't look the other way. You just do it. And whatever you do, whatever the way you do it is better than doing nothing.
Yeah, and
so
start-
just go. So first step, it's baby steps. It's like you don't want to go. You feel like not going. You want to watch TV. So first step, you get up.
Don't wait for a Monday.
Couch.
Don't wait for a Monday. If it's Tuesday. If it's Wednesday. Don't make that.
Yeah. But you
Red
just need like
excuse.
one step at a time. Like, oh, I don't feel like going. So you just get up. Once you get up, you say, what is the next step? Oh, I need to change. Okay, change. Then but
3 days later. Oh, okay.
but some people are really not motivated, and it helps them to know that they need to think one step at a time. And really, like the road to success to do something is just taking actions and repeating again and again. We
Yeah,
call
that's
it
very true.
practice, but it's repeating. It's iteration. Just do it. Just go again and again and again. If you don't see any change, just go, because you know that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, and if you want your body to change, or, I mean, it has been a lifestyle for at least for me and for you over a year now that we didn't do anything. And of course, your body needs to adjust.
Yeah, we were on forced lockdown, unforced lockdown.
But we did, I think.
Yeah, way more than anybody else.
Yes. So I think I'm doing progress. I want my abs
You
My
want
app,
to ask
because my
your
apps are, it's faster. I mean, I can see my apps here, but the ones, the lower apps, those are the ones that are very difficult to get.
Yeah.
And my
It's
but I will get there. You have a measurement
tape.
tape.
Yes, I do.
We can measure my butt right now, and the next episode, let's see if I gain something. Where is it?
Okay, well, we're not going to do right now, but yes, yes, we need to get on to the next thing that happened during the COVID-19
What
that I looked for. I was really curious to know because here in the States you could not buy any liquor online. You cannot get delivery from liquor, but in other states you can. And I was really curious to know because we talked about it.
Yeah, you talk about it like a lot.
We're talking about like how, like, because we heard about it on the news that people were coping with the changes in COVID and people that were already drinking drank more. And I really wanted to know what were the numbers on the alcohol sale. It increased. And so I have the numbers because it did affect me as well.
But this is a
because
section.
I did also like notice that, but because you're on like by yourself at home, like it's easier, especially if you have like some type of personality or you're already consuming, to increase the consumption. And so the sales for alcohol.
Okay, wait, because this is a new section. You should know that Pepe loves facts and statistics,
data.
Data.
Yes.
So, and now, in Super Right now, Pepe facts. Go.
Okay, thank you. So, so the sales of alcohol increased by guess. It's lower than what I thought, but
60%?
Very good. 55 overall for all liquors.
Because that's what I increased.
No, yeah, the sales of alcohol increased 55%.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't mean that, people that were not drinking alcohol started drinking. It means that people that were already consuming alcohol were or are consuming more. Way more. And that's really bad for the entire health of our society right now, because the consequences
alcoholism.
It's like if you increase something by 50, something that is a toxic, basically something toxic that you put in your body, and you increase it by 50%, then the consequences are going to be greater as well. So we don't want to remind the audience, but like alcohol, as damages the brain, your liver, then if it's the liver, it's your overall health. And people whether have a very poor health in the remaining of their life, or they just die from it. And,
I have very bad experiences with that.
They cannot think straight, or they cannot be so active, and it's just like a bad negative cycle. And I can talk about that because I haven't, like, as a French guy, but had access to alcohol from very, very, very young. I mean, it's not in France, at least at my time, like kids could have like a sip of wine here and there.
In Mexico as well.
Yes. So, but I was never attracted to it, and the only time that I got into alcohol is after I lived a year in the US and being forbidden to do something that I never did anyway. So it's really weird. But it's true that as a way to cope with changes in your life or things that you think that you cannot handle, then you go into alcohol, which is a hard drug to me. Like, it's a legal drug, but it's a hard drug. So people go to alcohol because they can buy it. Some other people go to other type of drugs, and it builds. And we know that it's
addictions.
It's highly addictive. So whatever is addictive and something that is toxic that you put back and back and back into your body again and again and again, then adds really bad negative consequences for your body and for the people around you. Because somebody that cannot be 100% the way they should be, or have really bad reactions to this type of toxic toxic thing, whatever, then everybody has to deal with it. Your loved ones have to deal with it, and
Toxic environment.
and you're building a dependence, and
You start building a toxic environment.
yes,
That's all. Like alcoholism, yes, it's a disease because it's an addiction.
yeah.
And
But why do people drink alcohol at first? Like, I know why I started drinking alcohol at first place, even though I didn't like it.
I think because for me, the first time I drank alcohol, it's because your peers, you're surrounded by that, and I wasn't surrounded by the best people. So you want to belong, and I started at a very young age. And then, as I was growing up, then the society built alcohol to be as part of a social life. So it's a drug that it's accepted as part of having fun and to be with friends, and then it's normal. And then because you can sense that your personality changes as soon as you drink alcohol. So you feel better or more open or more free or loose or whatever. So you want that. And then you start drinking a little bit more. And then because of life
because
happens.
you're building dependence. So you need more to get to the point where you were feeling relaxed and loose and open.
And then life happens, and it's not only partying. Then you have a life, you have responsibilities. So you start adding stress, obligations, blah, 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 blah. And then with alcohol, it's just like numbing. Or feeling, or probably because, my experience is just you want to go back of how you were feeling before having all these type of responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like, you want to feel free, you want to feel loose, you want to feel okay, you want to be part of whatever. So I think the first week or the second weekend of the lockdown, I think I told you that I got drunk with a rum.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but rum. I didn't notice. I was just listening to my music, and then I realized it wasn't that late. I was like, no, I cannot be like this every single day because I was bored.
It was the first day.
It was the second weekend.
Okay.
It was the second weekend. But I was getting bored because my life was already like I was active all the time. So for me, being in lockdown, it has been terrible. As soon as at work they told me like you can go back, I went back
to the office.
It depresses me. I'm the kind of person I got depression every time I need to stay at home for work.
If you're stuck here.
So I can understand why alcoholism increased, but
but you don't drink that much.
No, I don't drink. No.
Like like for me, I know that. So I started really late, like in France, but then the problem is that it became an habit when I was among friends. It's like basically like you do it some over and over and over again, and then without realizing, once you're with your friends, you're like, oh, I need to drink because I'm with friends. But not only to drink, but to get drunk, basically, because there's a big difference about having like 1 or 2 glasses or getting drunk with your friend. And I think I developed that in my brain, and well, maybe the lockdown like took it out. So now the time I will be among friends, I won't be the same. But it's true that like a lot of people are dealing with it. A lot of families are dealing with it because sometimes one parent in the family that becomes like even more addicted to
more aggressive,
to alcohol, or both. So can you imagine like the impact for the kids, for the
family?
And so we're just talking about alcohol now, but imagine if they were already like
violent,
but like already like using drugs before, or so it's even more because they need a substance to cope with this type of things because they.
So what is your recommendation?
No, so so of course I had a very French approach to it.
And live with it and accept it. You have a problem. I accept that I have a problem, but I don't have a problem.
No, it's like just to realize like that this is an overall health issue in this country and probably everywhere in the world, and that we need to have, because I hear about a lot of things that are going on to try to deal with COVID, the mental health, but I don't hear about that when it's a huge issue where people have actually built dependence on alcohol even more because of COVID, and it's going to have a lasting impact because even when COVID will be gone, they will still be addicted. They will still be dependent over alcohol. There will still be like horrible consequences because of this, and we need to talk about it openly. I didn't hear the president talking about it. I didn't hear anybody talking.
So what is your
talking about
recommendation?
that? And I think it's a huge issue. And for me, it's a huge issue because, you know, I don't like cannabis or weed like I don't think, and I'm sorry, like for me, for my body, like if I smell it, I get super sick. And so I don't understand it. I don't know why it should be everybody. I don't know why I could get out and it would be authorized for people to smoke when it's making me feel sick, basically. But anyway, but there is a huge hypocrisy with alcohol. Huge hypocrisy with alcohol, and the same with cigarettes. And I think it should be addressed because obviously there are a lot of taxes, a lot of people profit from
alcohol.
Selling alcohol. And I'm sorry, but when I see a celebrity putting their name on the alcohol brand, like I don't want to see anything that they're doing. I'm sorry, but like people that we
like The Rock,
that we love. And they're
like
saying,
The Rock?
And they're saying like, oh, it's great. This is look at what I'm making, and he wants the best for the world. Where you're making something that is really toxic, and you only think it's authorized because it's legal. But what is being legal? Legal is just like a bunch of guys at some point that decided that it was allowed. Why? Because they get a lot of money under the table to say, okay, it's allowed.
Not under the table. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so when you know it's not the truth of what. Everybody should know the law and should respect the law, okay? But when you know something is bad for the body, and you know it's bad, it have very bad consequences, it's not because it's legal that it makes it okay.
Less toxic.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't make it okay. So when I hear like celebrities that are supposedly like, you know, really nice and they give to charity, they give their time, whatever, and then they have a brand, you know, of tequila or vodka or whatever. It's like, you freaking hypocrite. I'm sorry. No, if you really wanted the good for this, if you wanted to have your position to build the good for this society or whatever, you would not do that. And they make a lot of money out of it, and it's okay. But because it's legal, they think.
So what would you do?
I'm fine.
What would you do?
Okay, I would not do anything. But
no, but this is a platform. If you haven't heard anyone speak about it, no, this is a platform. What would you do? Because it's
a huge hypocrisy.
Like we know that. You already told that like for the last 10 minutes.
I'm not a doctor. But really,
no shit. Really,
yeah. I'm not a doctor, but really, I would sit somebody like The Rock. I would sit him in front of a doctor that deals with alcohol consequences every single day, and show him pictures, show him the consequences, and he is not allowed to speak. Like The Rock, just like you stay silent, and this is in front of cameras. You sit down. You look at what we have to say. This is the history of alcohol in the society of dependence and everything. And this is what is going on.
And what is the solution?
And then you ask him, why are you saying alcohol? And then maybe he will say, I didn't know, I wasn't aware. But there's always hope. And I'm always looking at the positive. Because I know why I started drinking alcohol with my friends. I know why.
Why? Tell me why.
Because I wanted
nothing like
because I wanted to be relaxed. I wanted to get loose. I wanted to be more open. And it's true that I was more daring to do things, not dangerous things, but I was more daring to go talk to girls if I was a little tipsy. But here's the thing: And I read articles like a month ago or 2 months ago about people trying to make a type of alcohol that doesn't give you hangover, first of all, and doesn't have any bad consequences on your liver and your brain. So there are people that are working on it. And what I love, so it's funny because there's this British guy and then there's this Australian guy, and they have two different
perspectives,
goals.
Okay.
The Australian guy is like, I want to avoid hangover. Okay. So in order to avoid the hangover, like they realize that some people are more prone to have hangovers because they don't have as much enzyme in their body to process the alcohol the way it should be. Well, not the way it should be, but actually like building this type of resilience where you don't get a hangover. So they decide to put more of this enzyme into the alcohol. So when you ingest it, you don't have hangover at the very next day.
Okay.
Still very toxic, still damage your liver, still damage your brain. Okay, it's just like
plus the enzymes, the artificial
well, they're trying to make it more or less natural,
organic for the hipsters.
But anyway, so they put some enzymes so you can process the alcohol.
Okay.
And the controgens, I think it's called. And I don't want to get into like too much specifics because obviously we're not
a sponsor
specialists.
A sponsor
and sponsored. But that is take on that. It's like no hangover.
And the British.
And then there are the British guy that wants to build up synthetic alcohol. So basically alcohol is ethanol, and he wants to build something that is different. And that means that it will have the same positive effect, getting loose, relaxed, more daring, decompress, but it will not have all the negative effects on your brain or your liver. Like we know why we drink, and it's true that the reason why it's only for the positive effect that we feel about it, but maybe like kind of fake, but it's a chemical reaction in your brain as well. It's the same as when you exercise and you feel better, like the
endorphins.
Yeah, endorphins, serotonin, adrenaline. If you think about that, and if you put something in your body to have these levels raised, then it's not natural. But it's true that when you do something natural, it does happen.
Natural.
And
naturally.
But it's the same for the cigarettes. Like, what if we have cigarettes without consequences? Like, you can still like cope with not getting on your mother's tits like that, and still drink cigarettes, without consequences. You're like, what is she talking about?
I heard mom's tits.
No, because that's what they say about cigarettes. Is that like for guys, for everybody, it's a way to go back to the baby part of you sucking on your mom's tits. Anyway,
nipples, tits, chichis,
nipples,
chichis.
But I think it's a valid fact. Like, what if there are some foods that are making us feel better as well. Like when I eat a mango, I feel better right away. Honestly.
Aww.
And
it's
natural.
I found guava, and it's very good. I was missing the guava.
But imagine, because it's getting into the season. But imagine if you have alcohol that will not damage your body. And the British guy, the Australian guy is only not to have a hangover, so it's going to be still bad for your body, but you don't have any hangovers, which is already a progress. The British guy is
I think it's worse because then you will consume more because you will know.
Synthetic alcohol, yeah, you can still, I think, get into, what do you call, like alcohol coma or something, whatever.
Congestion.
Not congestion, coma. You can get into coma.
Well, in Spanish, it's congestión alcohólica.
You overdose. Yeah, you overdose on alcohol.
Congestión alcohólica.
But the British guy, what he's trying to do, and I think his company now is called GABA. They just renamed it. He's trying to get into once you can consume and you will have like the same effect as one drink. Same effect as two drinks. Same effect as 4 drinks at your 4th glass. And then there is like a limit? Yeah, a limit. Like you cannot go over that. You cannot like overdose. You cannot.
I mean, that's better because then you won't be drinking.
But it's synthetic. And they are making a lot of progress. I think they've been like funded for the research and stuff, over $20 million. But imagine like how much like the liquor brand or the big
Industry?
corporate like can make out of it. Like if you sell alcohol that doesn't have any bad consequences on your health. Again, you're pointing out we don't know the long-term effects because maybe there will be some side effects. But alcohol is already legal and we know it's extremely
but I
toxic.
have a question.
Yeah, alcohol has been legal for many years. We know it's toxic. We know it's bad for the body, and we're still selling it. So I think it's only going to be an improvement. You know what I mean? Even if it's chemical, even if it's synthetic,
Teacher,
how bad can it be? Or worse can it be than what it is already?
can I ask a question?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
Gee, and that's what I am impatient to ask my question.
Okay.
So, what about tequila? What about vodka? Like, can you create this alcohol? Can you use this alcohol for creating tequila or cognac or champagne or wine or?
Well, like most of like cognac, champagne is already proprietary. You cannot
Exactly.
You cannot use the same name. No, but you can replicate like the flavor, or you can make this a special type. You already have beer, but with no alcohol, right? And people will say, "Oh, it doesn't taste really like beer," or so people will say, "Oh, it's really close. It's good," and it's been going on for years. But imagine if you have a type of alcohol, but with the benefits, without the negative consequences.
Yes, but I will still need my tequila.
Yeah, okay. That's why Prairie is not getting as much funding as over. Like, so even if it's toxic for your body, even if it has really bad consequences, you just want your tequila.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't drink every single day.
Okay, well, the way I see it is that maybe it's going to take years, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, we've been used to drinking our stuff and our
maybe
moonshine things that makes you like super stupid, like just like
me.
No,
just like
it, like you have one sip and it kills like millions of neurons already. But I hope. I mean, I think there is hope in this type of things.
Okay, yeah. This is our contribution to your life.
Non-toxic
alcohol. Google it. Search it. That's a new. Search it. That's a new word. Search it.
But to circle back, it's true that we do like asses.
Alcohol.
and alcohol, but with moderation, of course. And I wish. No, nothing. Okay.
No, speak out.
No, I wish I could say, bottoms with moderation, but you don't have as many as you can get. It's not the availability is not the same as alcohol.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I think that's it. That's all.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
You think that's it? Yeah, I think we're done for today.
Thank you. And our sponsor is Los Pollos Hermanos.
Los Pollos Hermanos, sí.
Which I never watched that
TV show.
TV show. What's the name?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Thanks to Pepe.
Yes. And next time we will talk about.
And I love it.
Next,
Mr. What? White.
Yes.
Yo.
But next time we will talk about the very first time you watched a movie that was like a
porn.
Instant classic for me when I watched it in the movie theaters 20 years ago.
Garganta Profunda.
She never watched it and she had the experience. So we'll see the difference between my experience 20 years ago and her experience nowadays. Okay. And we'll talk about that next time.
In Super Right Now.
Super Right
Now. Thank you. Have a good day, good afternoon, good night. This is Fiona. You're very fit.
Eloquent. And fit.
And future possible butt. With butt.
And Pepe, you're still unfit guy, but going on the right direction. And
Super Right Now.
But asses everywhere.
Yes.